Hello, lovely people. This is my first video in a short series of reminders about how to tune your instrument. You can do this. Remember, if you haven't done a Zoom tune with me, or if you haven't done a face-to-face tuning session with a teacher, then it's probably a good idea to start with one of those. Then these reminders will make a lot more sense. So, let's review a couple of basics. When you are learning how to tune, number 1, go slowly. Number 2, have some patience and perseverance. Stick to it. And number 3, it really will get easier. It was hard for me at first too, but it gets better. So, first things first. This is the reminder on just how to get started. There are 2 ways to tune your string instrument. Unless you play bass, there's pretty much just the pegs. On all the other string instruments, we have 2 ways. We have those pegs, and we have our fine tuners on the tailpiece. How do you know which one to use? Well, if you check with your tuner and you realize that a string is on the right letter, but the needle isn't quite right yet, which means you're really close, you're on the right letter, then you can use your fine tuners 99% of the time. If, however, you play your string and it isn't even the right letter, then you know you have a bigger distance to cover, and that's when we're going to go to the pegs. When we use the pegs to tune, we'll probably turn around the instrument and we'll be plucking the string we need to hear with our thumb while turning the correct peg. We'll get to that in the video on tuning with pegs. If you're going to be using the fine tuners, you can actually put the instrument in playing position and bow the string. That makes it a lot easier for the tuner to hear you and for you to sustain that pitch. It makes it a little easier. Once you get really good, you can reach around like this and turn it with your hand twisted upside down and bowing on top. It's also possible to tune with the fine tuners and pluck. So you can also turn around your instrument. There we go. Turn around your instrument, pluck with your thumb, and use the fine tuners. That's possible. Once you get to that stage, then you can check it with your bow. So that's step 1. And in my next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about what your tuner does and what it doesn't do. See you then.